Listening, it's easier than you think. Every person you're on the phone with, they want to get rich, and they want to get rich quickly. They don't want something for nothing.
There was this one time that I was selling pot to this Amish dude. You know those guys who got like the beard with like no mustache or some bullshit? Well, he says that he only wants to make furniture.
I don't understand.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Pimps and players! Pimps and players!
Welcome to Game Peddlers, the Greens Way.
Y'all know what time it is. It's poll time. Go down to the comment section and look at the pin. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Game Peddlers. Alright, so here's some more news about PUBG and the future of PUBG and what they were sitting there talking about when it comes to PUBG 2.0. If you're interested, stick around. CFO Dongkeun Bae. From here on out, you're just going to hear me call him Bae because that's his last name, not because I'm calling him Bae. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Anyway, Bae had a conference call, a earnings call for investors to talk about PUBG 2.0 and the direction of it. And if you see my previous video, I talked about UGC, user-generated content. This plays a big part in the future of 2.0 because we're not really getting a PUBG 2.0. We're just getting PUBG added content on what we already have. So, listen, I'm going to sit here and talk about his quotes first, and then I break down a little bit more. So here we go. He started off by saying it will not just simply be a battle royale game per se. Krafton intends to change Battlefield's identity from a single player mode BR game into something far more versatile. It will be a gameplay platform. PUBG 2.0 will function like a sandbox hub where players can create and play varied experiences within the PUBG universe. In other words, like a Roblox atmosphere. It's not just one thing, using the power of UGC. And with that being said, you create your modes, you create your maps, possibly maybe create different weapons, different skins shared across the board. Certain ones will probably be generated to the masses as an official release, stuff like that. So that way you're not just coming here for that. Their intentions is not to make a actual PUBG 2. It's just add on. That's their goal. Pretty much is nipping it in the bud that they don't want to make just a PUBG 2. We'll get more into that later. Bae doubles down by saying we are developing wide range modes under that objective. Development isn't limited to classic battle royale. New modes, new strategic gameplay types are being created. Talking about UCG tools, likely including maps, rule system, mini games, hybrid experiences. He also goes on and say if it's open to the broader player base, players will be able to create many different things with PUBG. Community-driven content and central players, not just developers, will define much of the future gameplay. In my previous video, I said that this can be a good thing, but if you sit here and allow just the community, you're leaning more on the community than a collaborative effort together with the devs and the community. You're gonna get a bad thing, and that can be an example. I got an example for you. Halo. I said this in my last video. If you lean too much on just the community, it goes nowhere. The same as Quake. If anyone knows about the last Quake, then you understand that they started leaning more into the community and it went absolutely nowhere because you just get a stagnant of the same thing over and over again, and there's nothing really refreshing about it at all. I sat there and said this. I hope that they actually stand by, hey, we are doing it. He even said more. He also said, while continuing to expand the PUBG IP, we will accelerate the discovery of new franchises. We aim to evolve beyond game development as a company that ultimately advances the global entertainment ecosystem. Krafton sees itself moving broad media tech space, AI, creative platforming, and publishing. Krafton is not resting on PUBG alone. New original IPs are in active development. Just off of the second line of him, we want to develop as a company that ultimately access global entertainment by using media tech, AI, creative platforms, and publishing. You just don't want to be a development anymore, which further makes it feel like you're really leaning on the community to build and shape 2.0, which, if anyone has been following PUBG, knowing that 2.0 is necessary. What I mean by 2.0 in my version is PUBG 2, a full reboot, a whole new game from top to bottom or bottom to top. It is necessary to just let this portion go, but I think what it is they don't want to let go of the fan base that already spent countless amount of money on. Let's see if we can just bring people in with the Fortnite way of Fortnite came out as a standalone game, and then they copied PUBG and said, hey, we're going to do this battle royale thing, and we just keep the people that we already have. It's just that in this case with PUBG, it has been out for years already and desperately needs to be upgraded. Thus why we're getting PUBG roadmap saying that they're going to update it to a new engine. Now, some of this can be a good thing, and I'm going to break down why. And then there's also cons. Reject this from out the gate and just not be part of that. And if they reject it out the gate, the original player fan base that's still here, they create nothing. Guess what? This UGC goes nowhere. Their whole plan backfire. Now what you're going to call 2.0, because it seems like 2.0 is based off of UGC. It seems like that's what they want to base this off of. Now, the payoff is, if this worked, fan base back it up, or enough people back it up, or at least the devs do their portion and creating more little tools and inspiring a few of the creators or original players to become creators, and it pays off, right? They could see a massive player increase. More people will want to come in, play some of their little mini games, like hide and seek, a little Daisy style game, create zombies or PUBG kart racing, things like sniper, hide and seek, or Hunger Games survival, or even a heist mode or something. I'm just throwing out some examples of what could be created down the line that makes new players want to come and experience the fun time. Like, for instance, they got TDM, so that brought some people in. I'm just saying, if it actually works. Monetization could be a big thing if it actually pays off. Krafton could enable monetized maps, cosmetics from the UGC like Roblox does. What about creator programs like partnerships and PUBG Creator Program 2.0 with payouts? This could open the door for map creators to go full-time, especially on PC and Xbox and also PlayStation. So the payoff could be good, but sacrifice comes with it. And then you can have a problem where the community completely is divided. Let's just say the new people do come in and they do play that portion of PUBG, but they never touch the battle royale, the part that the hardcore fans love. And then the hardcore fans don't really touch the other portion. Now you're divided and you don't know which direction this game is getting ready to go, because you want to make this a central hub, but technically you can't. I don't see it being separated completely, because in the mind state of a core player, PUBG is a battle royale. And it's going to be hard to push that narrative that it's no longer a battle royale, it's just a hub of games like Roblox. It's been there so long. And it's a bold move. Monetization, and then this is the part that's kind of hard too, because Fortnite is cartoony. It's cartoony. So are you going to consider bringing in more of a cartoony feel to PUBG? Because PUBG is not everyone's glass of tea. It's a military realistic type game. This is where you get the divide of, are you going to start bringing in stuff that people really might not like? This is reason why people like PUBG, is because that military realistic style and feel. Now, PUBG has already laid the foundation for sponsorships, deals with people with the McLaren, the cars and stuff like that. And then you got the performers out here with certain cosmetics. Now, if you're going to, they already got the groundwork. So if you start going into the cartoonish looking things to sell more, you know, like Call of Duty, the Nicki Minaj packs and stuff like that, the Halos for Fortnite, if you start going down that path, it can be a little problematic, or it could come off as a success if done right. I'm not picking those sides, but you have to build a trust issue, meaning there needs to be a clear guide. You need to come out front and say, hey, this is a milestone guide, roadmap for UGC alone. I feel like it needs to be in there, because and literally be clear that you want this to be PUBG 2.0 running alongside with the Unreal Engine. Be straight up about it. Because the only way I can see that they just abandon calling this PUBG 2.0 from here on out is if this completely fails, and then we might get that PUBG 2.0. I know a lot of y'all hope that, but me personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just going to keep on adding on to the PUBG that we already have. That's the reason why they're coming from they switching the engine and the way it functions now, and they're trying to upgrade it so that way they do not have to start all over from scratch, which I also have my problems with them changing coding into a new engine, is because this game already possess a whole lot of problems, hacking and coding issues, performance issues, and it doesn't have the best track record, and you're adding this. That's my opinion. Somebody let me know down in the comments how you feel about this situation. Are you for the new future 2.0 that they want to go AI, they want to lean heavy on creators, and this is pretty much PUBG 2.0? Or are you a hardcore fan that just says the hell with this, I'm gonna just stick to the battle royale, what I know, and anything comes that I don't fuck with, then I'm moving on? Let me know down in the comment section. This is your boy Green. Be easy. Oh yeah, I got a Discord. It's in the description. Fuck with your boy. Be easy.